Hello, Avon Wings. I'm here with you so that you can ask all your questions regarding fundraisers. So I'm ready, and if you're ready, I'm gonna give you a great training so that you can get ready for the fourth quarter starting right now. And as you already know, we are getting into the busiest time of the year, which is the holiday selling, and it starts in September. So we're almost there, almost the end of August, and you want to get ready with all the tools. And we're going to talk about fundraising. I'm doing this training on Wednesday because I usually have my training here in the afternoons, but we haven't been having the attendance. So I decided, doesn't mean that you guys are not working. You are working, but you're just not coming to the meetings. So I decided to start doing more one-on-one trainings, more live trainings. I'm doing a lot of Zoom videos. I did a Zoom video with 3 of my representatives, so I was happy. I met my goal. Doesn't happen all the time, but we do try to keep in touch with the phone call. So be aware that if you have any questions, whether you come from another team, that you can either call me or you can text me. You have my information, and that's why we're here. We're here to support each other and to help you meet your goals. So ask all the questions about fundraising. We're gonna cover today how to find a fundraiser, how to determine the goal, how to plan different fundraising types, because there's many fundraisers, and also to help you determine if your fundraiser is a personal fundraiser for an organization, so that you can understand that the possibilities are endless with the fundraisers. It doesn't have to be for an organization. It can also be for you to help a friend, whether it is sickness or is fun. It's all the same. And I know you guys are coming in. Hola, Marisol and Tiffany, how are you? Thank you for being here and for programming to be here. I'm waiting. Hopefully Marta can join us. She had questions, and she's one of the reasons why I decided to do the training at 6, because she has a full-time job. So thank you guys for being here. Please get your questions ready. Hi, Tiffany. This is for our group, so you guys feel free to ask. No question is a simple question. Every question is valid. I just want you to leave this training with the security that you can do a fundraiser. Marisol, if you speak Spanish, and Tiffany also, you can also go to the Vuela Su Destino group, and I did the training this morning in Spanish as well. So let's get started. How to find your fundraisers. My goal is to be able to have at least 3 fundraisers, fundraising contacts a day. So what I do, I call 3 organizations. I find these organizations in the phone book, or if I'm driving around and I see a church or I see a private daycare, then I write down their information, and then I look them up online so that I can get their number. You don't have to go straight to the organization to go talk to them. You can do it over the phone. The contacts that we do face to face is usually the contacts that we're already there. If you're part of a church or a church group or any kind of group, or if you're tagging along with a friend, then you're there, then it's fine to ask for the person that's in charge of fundraising and the person that's in charge of activities for the organization. And the way that I do it, I schedule my calls usually either early in the morning or late in the afternoon. Late in the afternoon after 6 p.m. But I have found that the early morning calls are better because they are not, caught up with the crazy day. So anywhere from 10 o'clock till 12 o'clock is a good time to call. Even earlier. It's just that some organizations are not open that early. But an average of 10 o'clock, just start doing your 3 calls. Get them in your notebook with the notes that of the person that you spoke to and their information, so that you can do the follow-up on the day that you said that you would call to follow up. And this is this is what I say. So look at, if you want to write down the wording and then practice it, you can. I do it, just automatically. I basically, when I call, I said, ring, ring, ring. Hi, may I speak to the person who's in charge of fundraising and activities? And then I ask for the name, the direct line, and their email to let them know that I want to send the person information on our fundraising program. And I let them know I'm a local Avon representative, and I'm reaching out to local organizations to help them raise funds. So once I get a hold of this person, if I usually get a lot of voicemails, but sometimes I do get live calls, and it's all the same. Is once you get the person, you say, hi, my name is Milagros, I'm a local Avon representative, and I'm reaching out to organizations so that I can help you raise funds with the Avon products. And then, if it's a message, then I continue to talk. I would like to talk to you so that I can find out your goal of your organizations. We can help you raise at least $2,000 with 20 participants, active participants, and I'm gonna be, working with you, helping you in a successful fundraising. So that's basically the message, and then I leave in my number. You can call me at this number. I will be sending you the information through the email and following up with you in a couple of days. And then after you hang up with them, make sure that you send them the email, you send them the flyers. You have to go to youravon.com under earnings opportunity and then fundraising. You have to do your own homework. So go there and look at the fundraising presentation, the basic things, and learn about it and how easy it is, the flyers that they have running. Now the flyers, you can either download them or you can order them through the Town and Country. And the way that you go to Town and Country is through Community, then Avon Advantage, and then Town and Country's the personalized printing. So on there, you go to look for fundraising. These are the flyers that, the booklets that they're using. I'm almost running out, so I have to go back and order some more. As you can see, they have makeup, very well presented. They have nail polish, beauty, basically beauty, and daily needs. I love this flyer because it is geared for personal care. And then I like this one also because it has almost the same thing, just a little bit more of body care. It has the skin so soft and the foot works, and also some makeup. I suggest that you don't use both of these, that you use either or, okay, whichever you like, and that's up to the organization. What would they like to see? You know, if they have a lot of women at the fund, you know, selling from the fundraiser, then if it's a girls club, women's club, you want to do the one with a lot of makeup. And you know, this is also for the younger participants, those who are maybe in a young girls club, high school. This is more flexible because it has a lot of the makeup and a lot of you know, the daily needs, which is the hair care, foot, body, and of course the Skin So Soft signature, which is what we sell a lot. Now we're doing the Annie. Any questions, you guys? I know you're taking notes. Thank you, Lucy. Hi, Lucy, for being here. And I know you're taking notes, but I want to make sure that you ask your questions, because that's the purpose of this live video. If not, I would have done a video. So please ask your questions like if you were face to face with me in a training. If you're not understanding something, please write your questions so that I can address them, okay? Now we have Annie. This is Annie the Owl. This is in English, in Spanish. This one is in English. What I love about this is the message. It says, Annie the Owl, wisdom is a gift. That's a beautiful message. And it says, your generous gift can make a big difference in someone's life. It's a message that's right here in the flyer, on the flyer. Choose to donate the money raised, Annie the Owl herself, or both, to the charity of your choice. That means that they can either purchase the owl or donate the owl. I'm gonna give you some choices, and I'm gonna show you also the one that we had last year. Many representatives did an excellent job with Eduardo the elephant, and now we have Annie. These stuffed animals are very kids friendly. They're very soft. My son, he's 17 years old, and every time I finish with a fundraising animal to show and tell, he asks me for the stuffed animals. So he has a collection. He just likes them, and they're very kids friendly. So Annie is the same thing. I'm gonna be ordering mine. This campaign, you can order one, only one per representative as show and tell, and the product number is 367386. You can also use, if you don't get this number, you can also use the flyer on the What's New for campaign 20. Now, with this flyer, you can just cut it here. It's the same exact flyer, and make copies and start taking orders. So you can start a fundraising right now with Annie without waiting for the flyers. Make sure you go to an office supply where you can have copies made from Annie, and you don't have to have, if you're setting up a table, for example, I'm going to give you some examples of the fundraisers that we have done with the stuffed animals. We have done it at Children's Hospital We have done it at community parks, and every organization has a cause. That means that they want to raise funds for something. Just know that if you're setting up a table for the fundraiser, you are counted as one participant, okay? So you are only contributing to this fundraiser as one participant. So what does that mean? That when you have events like table events, or when you are just selling for your own cause or for somebody else, that you have to make sure that you only take the results from one person participant. I'm going to give you the other choice. The other choice is for you to have a minimum of 20 participants in that organization that are actively selling that fundraiser. So I have tried everything from the years and the experience that I have. Excuse me. Get some coffee. From the years that I have, and I have realized that I am better off setting the goals with the organization without them having to look at a chart. So I don't take fundraisers that have less than 20 participants, and I tell them that I will work with them so that they can have a fundraiser with at least $2,000 in earnings. We just need to have 20 active participants, and the goal is for them to sell to at least 20 customers. So each participant is committed to selling to 20 customers. Now, how do I get success from these organizations? I tell them up front. I tell them, listen, you guys, the only way that this fundraiser is going to work out is if you put in the time to make it work. You must meet the minimum goal. When I talk about goals, I give them a goal so that they can focus on that, on selling to 20 customers, anywhere from $10 to $20. And I don't think there's an item here that's less, that is $10 anymore, except this. So it's this one is $12. So I just tell them from $10 to $20. That'll give an average of $5,000 in orders. At 40%, they have a profit of at least $2,000. And I do not like to use the brochure. I like to use the flyers. So what I do in order for me to have them purchase from the brochure, I add a label. You can add it anywhere in any of the brochures, letting them know to purchase from the brochure, to go to your website, your avon.com, and then your website, and the proceeds will also go to the organization. Now, with the online orders, I give them 20%. And the way that I calculate that is that for the 2 weeks that fundraising is going, then I see the amount of customers that purchase, and then I calculate those earnings. So if I had $200 in customer purchases online, then I will give them a check for $40. I give them all the earnings online, because anyways, I had no kind of involvement in that. And the more money they make, the faster they're gonna call you to do the next fundraiser. So, hi, I'm gonna say hello and see if you guys have any questions. Hi, Anitra and Lisa. Thank you for being here. I would like for you guys to please ask questions. That's why I'm here. I know that sometimes you're like, what do I ask her? But just anything, okay? I know that in the past, it has been a challenge, especially on our team, to find fundraisers. So I want to, be giving you more trainings and reach out to all of you so that you can, start with something and be consistent. Because the only way that you can land a fundraiser is if you make your calls and you are consistent with making the calls. So I want you guys to try just for a week to make your calls. Just take 1 week out of your calendar and make your 3 calls a day, and for 5 days. So that's 15 calls, and see the return that you get. You want to have at least 1 fundraising going every campaign. Now, why fundraisers are good? Because it increases your your sales. I have one representative who's very successful. She Diane, she told me that she got to president's inner circle with fundraisers. She sells over $250,000, and she took the challenge, and right now her sales are exploding because the amount of customers and business that you get from a fundraiser is it's something that continues to grow. So let's see, Patty, but is there a package you can say that you can purchase from fundraiser? Is that helpful? How can we get the flyers? You can get them at Town and Country. Also, you have to go to Avon Earnings Opportunity and watch the presentation there and the flyers they have available. And also we have, and I cover a lot at the beginning of the video, Patty, so you might want to, just once it is up for replay to see the additional information that we cover. This is the bug guard. The bug guard is gonna go away soon, so you have a choice to either hurry up and use it, or just stop using the bug guard and start working with Annie and the rest of the flyers. Now, I'm gonna give you different ideas and different fundraisers that you can do. We have the fundraisers that you can work with an organization, or you can work with a friend in a private, in a personal level. For example, one of my representatives is doing a fundraiser for someone who's ill, and she's naming the fundraiser saving the life of the person. You could use it for whatever kind of name you want to name your fundraiser, but you have to register it, whether it's a personal fundraiser or whether it's an organization fundraiser. You have to register it. They will give you a number, and that number you will use to enter your order. Now, if you don't register that fundraiser, or if you don't put your order, your product number before the numbers of your product numbers, you will not get the 50% commission on your flyers. It doesn't matter if you're taking the products from the flyers. In order to get the 50%, you must register it and use that number that they give you. If you're having trouble, you don't understand how to register it, there's a fundraising help desk. You can just call them, and you want to make sure, you want to ask if everything is okay, if your fundraising is registered okay, just to give you some kind of security that what you're doing is the right thing, if you're doing the right thing. So another fundraiser that we do is, with the same inventory that we have, we create bundles that you can set up. Those are face-to-face fundraisers where you set up a table, and whether it is an organization, a church group, there's also individuals who put together non-profit events where they invite vendors to help contribute to that cost. And even though you pay for the table, that table is the payment that they collect is meant to do their own advertisement, to pay for the space, and then you have people going there. Make sure that if you pick these type of individuals, that you look at their background and how successful their events have been. So that way you're sure that your investment is good, and that you know that you're there to help that cause. We have done the same kind of fundraisers with the troops, where we make bundles of personal care. You can make bundles of $5, $10, $20, 3 different categories for every price, and make sure that they know that they're just contributing with the money, so that you can take those products and send it to the troops, to the military troops, so that they understand that they're not going to be taking the products with them. Now, to find these kind of organizations, you can look them up. There's several ones, and you just basically donate the products, and they send it to whatever destination, military base they have. You can also do the same. We are coming now with the holidays, so we have the Prima is gonna be the showcase of the holidays. So we're gonna be putting bundles together, sets together with baskets. If you're not artistic in terms of baskets, then just put it in a nice bundle together. There's bags that you can purchase where you can put the basket stuffing to make it pretty and just to decorate it for the holidays. We do these events just basically anywhere. You just have to have the cause that you are doing that fundraising for. It can be anything. It can be for a friend that wants to get married. It can be for a person that's ill. It can be for your favorite organization. It can be for your kids' school. You can be doing a club, setting up a club or a sports club, and you can do those kind of fundraisers to contribute to that cause. You just have to have a goal. What is your goal? So that when the people that you are approaching this fundraiser ask you, what is the fundraiser for, that you can tell them, Hi, we are raising funds for this organization. Our goal is $2,000 or whatever amount that you do decide. So far, we're halfway there or we're almost there. Purchase something. We also do, you also can do the Annie at hospitals, at Children's Hospital. And they have a choice to either donate the owl or they can keep the owl. And they can buy multiple ones. You can ask your local hospitals if they would allow you to set up a table at different times so that you can raise funds for that hospital or that children, my children room, that were whatever kind of situation it is. I don't want to say a category because there's many. And you can be there for several times during the week. And the more, like, for example, when we set up tables, you just can't give up. The first, the second, or the third are not successful. But if you create a schedule where you tell, okay, she's gonna be here at this time, from this day to this day, and you have some kind of flyer letting the people know when you would be there, then that will increase the amount of people that will buy the Annie from you. So make sure that you are taking into consideration what kind of fundraiser and what kind of of situation you are encountering so that your fundraising can be successful. There's gonna be people, if you do it at the hospitals, there's gonna be people that are gonna say, oh, where did you get the Annie? You can also set up a, I don't have the Annie, this is the elephant. But you can also take one and set it up with the flyer. You can get either a picture frame or those clear stands from the office supply, and have them set it up in right there in the counter, so that when people come, they can also start taking orders. Or if they don't let you set up a table because they have rules, then you can go ahead and leave them a display so that they can start taking orders. That's another idea. Now, you can also sell the Annies and set a goal. I don't recommend you to order a whole bunch of them. Just work with 20 at a time. Georgiana did 100 Eduardos last year. For the last fundraiser, and she did very well. She got to Honor Society, and she basically picked an organization that she would raise the funds, and she did her own individual fundraiser by selling the Eduardo and donating the money to the organization. So what else am I missing here? I think I've covered a lot. These are the envelopes, collection envelopes, and these are to promote the opportunity. Then I have my fundraising tag, and I have my business cards somewhere. And with the business cards, I take them everywhere that I go. And then I basically ask for fundraisers. See, it's very simple, very cute, and it has my name, my information, and a picture so that they can see who I am. Now, as you already know, I have set up a system where all my publications that I give out have the fundraising opportunity in it. The bombitas, the Try Kids, basically everything that I give out have the fundraising opportunity. It's a good idea that you guys set up a table inside your house if that's where your customers come or your team comes, or whatever place you use to promote your business, that you set up some kind of table with the fundraising handouts. That way you can focus on not only giving it to your team so that they can learn how to do fundraisers, but that you can also talk to your customers actively about helping you find an organization to do your next fundraiser. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story. When I first got started, there was not even internet. We couldn't even place our orders online. And I did 2 fundraisers. I didn't know if Avon had fundraising or not. I was approached by the daycare of my son's daycare because the kids could not pay for field trips, some of the kids. So they all got together, the classrooms, and did a fundraiser so that they can separate some funds to help the other kids go to the trips, the ones that their parents couldn't pay. And that way nobody was left behind. So I thought that that was beautiful, that and we did it in 2 separate occasions. The second one was a pizza party or something that they wanted to do, and they raised enough funds to have a nice pizza party with some toys and cake and ice cream. The kids celebrated. So any kind of cost that you have, take advantage of that and tell that organization that you want to raise funds. I posted a picture in the group of the Annie display that we did at Red Fest. Make sure you copy that picture and that you start promoting your fundraiser. I already have someone that wants me to send them a proposal on for the organization, and this person is not even local. She's out of the state. So let me tell you what to do for out of the state. They're usually people that already know you and trust you, either friends or family, or maybe someone who knows you and knows that you're serious about your business and that you're a serious person, because you can do a fundraiser and get all the products shipped to them directly from the company. Just make sure that you change the address, the shipping address, as a temporary address to have it shipped to the person that is asking for the fundraiser. Now, you must collect your money before you send that order. Okay, so that's important. If the order is $5,000, then $2,500 is for Avon to pay Avon, and then that's the that's the number one thing, to make sure that that order is paid. However, you're giving them a 40%, so make sure that they pay you not only 50 but 60%, so that you can keep that 10% to cover your cost. You can send them your labels for them to label your books and to add the flyers to their orders, any additional samples, so that when they pack their orders, they have all the information and the thank you notes from the fundraiser. All of that, you can send it to them separately. I'm trying to find the thank you. So you can send it to them separately, and you can also send them this solicitation flyer so that they can also recommend other organizations for the next fundraiser. And let them know that one thing that I do is that I tell the organization, if we meet our goal with the orders, then I will give you the flyers. But if we don't meet our goal, you are responsible for purchasing the flyers. So when they ask you what is the goal, you want to make sure that you tell them that the goal is 20 participants that are actively selling. Actively, that's the only thing that I ask them. Because even though your goal is of 20 customers, you might have participants that they were not able to sell to more people. So all that is going to average out, and it's going to yield to a $5,000 order minimum with that many participants and that goal of 20 customers, of selling to 20 customers. So make sure that you do that. And then I do 2 incentives for the ones to sell to the most customers, or the one that sells the most. So if you have a fundraiser that's for children, look at the Avon Living catalog. It has a lot of children items. If you are doing, young girls, consider your jewelry. We have also jewelry for men. So if it's mixed, then, if it's a man who won, then you can do the jewelry for men as an incentive. And basically, just to be creative. Jasmine did a fundraiser a while back for a daycare, and she did a kids basket, and that was her incentive for that organization. So it's really up to you what you want to do your incentive. Don't use the book. I don't suggest that you use the book, because if the items are on back order, that can set you back. Especially when you know that the fundraiser is prepaid. Okay, so let me stop and get some questions. Any questions about the fundraiser? Man, I must be good, because you guys don't have any questions. How does Avon know it's a fundraiser? Do you order the same way online? Okay, you have to register the fundraiser. Register your fundraiser. They will give you a number, and you put that number before in the first line before ordering your fundraising items. Now, you could also order your items on the same fundraiser to get the commissions, the higher commissions on your orders as well. You're gonna get 50%, but the average of all the orders is gonna get you up to the higher commission. If it is a personal fundraiser, do you have to pay tax? Great question. Okay, that's what I needed to cover. Organizations have tax exempt letters. Make sure that you collect that letter so that you can send it to Avon so that fundraiser can be tax exempt. If it's a personal fundraiser and that person has a tax exempt letter, by all means send the tax exempt letter. But the only way that fundraiser can be tax exempt is by submitting a tax exempt letter. So make sure you do that before you start your fundraiser, because if they don't have it and you get stuck with the taxes, those are less earnings for the organization. So great questions, you guys. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so I will continue to take questions here. I'm also going to add it to Facebook, so you can to Facebook, no, to YouTube, my YouTube channel, Avon Wings. I also wanted to wanted to go ahead and give you some tips on how you can find my previous fundraising videos. I have many on my Avon Wings channel. And the way that you will look at my trainings is that you pick the subject. For example, fundraiser, Milagros, Avon, and then you'll see all my trainings on the different topics. So that's helpful. If you're gonna look at sales, you can put sales, Milagros, Avon, and then you have all the videos there on the different topics. Marta, I sent you a text because I did this video at 6 because you told me that you will be here at 6 p.m. So I already covered that. Just make sure that you read, that you see the replay so that you can see how to do the personal fundraisers. And you guys, I know that you run a full-time schedule. I'm gonna start doing more trainings here. Just let me know what you want me to cover, and I will have the training on the day that I say that I would have the training. Just let me know the time that works for you guys, so that I can give you face-to-face training whenever it is that you need to. Marta reached out to me for fundraising, and then she told me after 6, so that's why I did the video. But I had a helper came by to pick up some books. That's okay. I know that you guys are busy, but I want to make sure that you take advantage of everything that I give you. If you can't be here, just ask a lot of questions. So any other questions that you think you have? I love you too, Marta. My woohoo! I love you guys. You are doing amazing jobs. Make sure that you understand everything that is coming, that you take the time to train yourself. I know that you run a busy schedule because you have full-time jobs, responsibilities, kids, family. I understand all that, but you know what? You must at least ask questions. If you don't have the time to look at the training, make sure that you ask questions, so that with a little bit of security and just a little push that I can give you, so that you can refer to the whole training, that will be helpful. Is there a specific phone number for registering the fundraiser? Yes. It's you can either do it online. You go to earnings opportunity, and then you go to fundraising, and then there you can register it without having to talk to a representative. Or if you don't feel like you are capable, or you're not secure that you did it right, by all means pick up the phone. The fundraising desk is amazing. It's really good. They're very helpful. So great questions. Hello, Avon Wings. Carlos is here. And Marta, the Avon model. Woohoo! Let me tell you, Marta went to Orlando last conference, and then she said, I'm gonna be in the in the Avon pictures. So she makes sure that she posed every time she saw the photographer, and she had a great picture taken. You can all see her if you look at her profile from the last conference. Her face was featured in the What's New beautiful picture. She was going like this. And now Maria Thomas, which is also from our team, she was featured in this conference, and she said the same thing. She said, I'm gonna be in the picture. So she did everything that she could, including just everywhere that she went, she just made sure that she encountered the photographer, and she did it. So set goals, you guys. Anitra says that the fundraising desk is very helpful. Yes, they are. And they don't rush you. They answer all your questions. So, but make sure you take the training on their earnings opportunity, and that you also take the time to ask questions. All the scripts are there. I myself use my scripts, but you can use the scripts. You can just grab it and read it from it. Nobody will know the difference. And I'm going to give you an example. Look, I'm going to read from here, okay? Thank you for your order. I hope you enjoy your Avon products. If you know of a group or organization that needs to raise funds and is interested in an Avon fundraiser, please contact me. I love referrals. See, and I read it from here. That I love referral, I added it. But I want you to know that it doesn't matter if you're looking at a script. You can basically just pull anything out of just writing, just looking at it, and look at your, do the mirror test. I do that all the time, especially when I was not very knowledgeable. I looked at the mirror a lot, and I even made faces like, man, why do I look so serious? And then I started all over again, and maybe I added some enthusiasm. But you can perfect some of your approaches, and you can absolutely have fun with, with what it is that you're doing. Lucy says she's gonna be in the Avon picture next year. Look, Lucy, you had to take tips from Marta and Maria. You had to get some classes from her, because these two ladies are like, I've never seen it before. So yes, it's great. Where can you get all the Avon gear, pins, hats, and shirts? Great question, Grace. The Town and Country is under community, and then Avon Advantage. And then on the Avon Advantage, look for Town and Country Printing. And it has all the Avon gear, the tablecloth, the shirts. They even have the fundraising tablecloth, which you can use for your table events. Your fundraising table events. Stay active. Oh, another thing. In October starts the October Pink. That is huge, you guys, because you have an opportunity to set up tables to raise funds for the breast cancer awareness. You can pick just any organization that you want, that you feel dear to your heart, and just send them a check. You can set up tables and get permission anywhere. We have a lot of fun with these events. We set up baskets so that they can either donate the basket or they can purchase the basket. So we use the tables so that they can purchase right then and there, and it's a great opportunity for you guys to move your inventory. With Lucy, Lucy did 2 bundles from the What's New. It was a $35 investment on both bundles, and she got 6 baskets out of those 2 bundles. The baskets range from $10 to $20 each. So she got 100% commissions or earnings from those bundles by putting it in baskets. So watch my basket videos. I have a lot of information there that's going to help you. But you know, start with October. We did an event one year that we did the little ribbons, pink ribbons, and then we glued it. We did like a little stitch so that we can do the little loop, and then we glued it with a pin. And the women that approached the table, we gave them that for free. So we made tons of it, and that was a way for them to say thank you, and to acknowledge that we were there for a great cause. Tiffany, do you know what will be the big item for October for breast cancer? That's a great question. We are looking at So Very Sophia. This fragrance I love, and Prima is the one for the holidays. This is $36, so you can make beautiful baskets with So Very Sophia. And what I'm finding is that the baskets with the partnership from celebrities, that the fragrances that are endorsed by celebrities like Sophia, are that much more successful. We did Fergie last year, Fergie party last year, and you know, we have been doing. And then Vital, we did Vital one of the years, which was a little harder because skincare is a little harder to sell in a basket, or to sell for representatives in general. But a fragrance, you spray the fragrance and people are going to want to buy it right away. But we still did great with Vital, you know, with the fundraising with Vital. It was pink, and it was a cream that everybody could use. It had a beautiful scent. So we did tables like that, with the baskets. But you can do it with the products. You can bundle up, doing the party bags. Whatever it is that you do, make it pretty. Go a little bit further than just having the products stacked up. Make a nice basket. And it doesn't have to be So Very Sophia. If you don't have the funds to invest on the product, then pick some of the What's New, just like Lucy did. She picked 2 bundles that had 7 products each, and she did 7 baskets. So be creative. 6 baskets, I'm sorry. Be creative, and I'm trying to find in this one so that you can start making money for the holidays. Set your goal. And also, I want to tell you, one of the reasons why I'm doing so many fundraising, so many fundraising videos and trainings is because President's Club is approaching. So you don't want to miss this opportunity. Is for the first level is $10,000. But if you want to earn the trip to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, just know that you can do it with Fundraisers, you guys. It is like the easiest thing to do, and if you focus on it, a lot of times we tend to spend time on useless activities If your focus is fundraisers, then set aside some of the other activities to make sure that you are focusing on the one that you really want. Grace, okay, when does the double dollars come back? Okay, Tiffany, okay, you have more questions. Do you know what will be the next big? Okay, I already answered. So very Sophia. And when the double dollars, I haven't heard of any double dollars at all. So don't count on that. Seriously, just make sure that you set your goal, and then anything else is extra. Okay. I got the $15 beauty bundle, but I have no idea how to make baskets out of them. Any suggestions? That's great. You got the bundles. That's the first step. Then the easiest step is to make the baskets. So go to my YouTube channel, or go to your YouTube, okay? And do a search. Just put Milagros Avon basket making. And you'll have all my videos there. You can even do it with the plates. I have, if you speak Spanish, Grace, I also have the video that I did with Lucy on my channel, TV Latino Avon Wings. It's TEVE Latino all together, Avon Wings. And I have the presentation there that I did with Lucy. I taped it, videotaped it, and I talked about a lot of tips there. Basket club. Yes, they're so easy. I don't complicate the baskets. I kind of make it so easy to make. And Lucy saw it. Lucy was like, man, I don't know how to do a basket. And then she was doing baskets left and right when we did that video. So some people are artistic and some people are not artistic. I'm not artistic, so I'm a simple kind of person, and my baskets are very simple too. Okay, let's see. What do we need to do to earn the trip to Santo Domingo? You guys are curious, huh? Well, I'm gonna tell you, you need fundraisers first. Set a goal for fundraisers, but you also need $110,000 in sales, okay? And you can do it with fundraisers. A fundraiser has a minimum of $5,000 in sales. If you schedule 1 or 2 or 3, you can have several fundraisers going a campaign, because you are not actively encountering those participants. You have somebody in-house, you guys, that handles the follow-up with the participants. You have a coordinator. So you can easily have several fundraisers going into one campaign without going crazy. The hardest thing is the follow-up. When you start getting phone calls for repeat orders, that's when it gets overwhelming for those of you who have a full-time job. But, it's the easiest thing to do. When I remember one fundraiser that we did, that we give, and this is something I didn't cover, we give the organization 2 weeks of selling, 2 selling weeks, 2 weeks. And I do the follow-up on Friday. And then that Friday, I asked the organizer, the person that's in-house, how many orders from the participants do you have? And have you collected all the money for the orders? Which the answer should be yes, but just in case, so that she knows that the orders have to be collected, and the money as well. And in this particular fundraiser, we only had 2 participants turn in orders. So I asked the organizer, I asked her, what happened? Why we're not, what's going on? Why are we not getting the participants turning in orders? I'm gonna give you, and I don't give them a choice because I really want fundraiser that's effective. And I tell them I'm gonna give them until Wednesday so that you can make sure that those orders are collected. Because I'm very demanding when it comes to that, because I'm gonna tell you why. I expect for for them to, I have talked too much today. Oh my God, I haven't stopped talking, by the way. So that's why my throat is scratchy. I make sure that I tell them, listen, we are going to have a successful fundraiser. My time is valuable, so I want to make sure that they do their job. Do you want the money or do you don't want the money? It's up to them. They're using my products. They're using my service to help their organization, and I'm giving them most of the commissions. And I tell them, I am going to give you 3 more days, actually until Wednesdays, more than 3 more days, so that you can follow up with your participants so that they can have their order. Another idea, okay? We give the organizations an option, okay? You might want to write this down. And we let them know, okay, there's another choice. The participants that are going to be taking a package for the fundraiser, they have 2 options. They either sell to 20 customers, $10 to $20, or they commit to buying at least $100 worth of products from those flyers. So let's say that a person said, okay, I didn't have the time and I won't have the time. Instead of coming back with an empty order form, to have the choice that that person is committed to buying at least $100, so that you can guarantee an order from that fundraiser, from that participant. That has worked in the past. I give the organizations the choice so that they don't have to do that. But in these flyers, look, how many Annies can they buy? They can buy 5 Annies to give to somebody. That's $100 in orders. Those are gifts that they can give. So they have choices. They don't have to buy the products if they cannot relate to it. I don't know why they won't relate to it, but that's another subject. But just in case that they do not have an order, to have them commit with an $100 order. I don't have that in writing. The person that's organizing and interacting with the fundraising people, they take care of that. So they make sure that they put the whipping on the participants. So they can tell them, all those people are in-house. So you really want them to run their own show and kind of say, listen, this is another choice. And just, even if you've never done it before, make yourself an expert. Just tell them, I have done this before. I'm the expert in this. And the results are that they would sell instead of buying $100 in products. Some people can afford it, but some people can't afford it, so they rather just sell. And the way that I tell if I have the opportunity, if I had the opportunity to go ahead and tell them how to sell a fundraiser, I tell them, all you have to do, you guys, I am doing a fundraiser for this cost. I'm using Avon products and these flyers. Look at them and buy something. So that is the line that I use for them. Hi, I am doing a fundraiser with the Avon products. Look at these flyers and buy something to help this cause. Okay, that's simple. Okay, how do you do an approaching for a fundraiser? I already covered that, Rosemary, so you might want to look at the whole video. What's a good way to approach a school about a fundraiser? It's the same thing. I already covered it at the beginning of the video. Make sure that if you're doing schools, that you approach, and that's actually a great question. You approach the PTA. For schools, for big schools, you will be better off working with groups like the bands, the clubs, because all those groups have somebody that is in charge for raising funds, and they don't have to go through the school board to plan their own fundraisers. So that's a choice. But we have done a mass fundraiser with a school, and that was a fundraiser that was over $70,000. So you never know. You might have a small fundraiser, but it's all about the opportunity that you encounter, and then you might think, okay, I'm gonna have a small fundraiser, but it turns out to be that it's a fundraiser with over $20,000 in sales. You never know. So that's a great question, Grace. And you guys look at that video from the beginning so that you know how I contact the organizations without having to go to the organization. Each class has their own committee. As a teacher, we do it as a teacher, we do it that way. Yeah, every school has a different rule. Don't ask me why. If you go to different counties, they each have their own regulations and their own board. So you have to, all you gotta do is find out who you need to talk to get your fundraising approved. And then all the forms are on your avon.com to be downloaded. What's the largest turnout that you have? $70,000, over $70,000. That was many years ago. That was a profit of over $30,000 for the school. Do you have to give additional items to organizer to bag orders? Yes. And that's a great question. See, you guys are geniuses. I didn't cover that, but you were at the beginning of the video, Tiffany, so you know, you know what I cover and what I didn't cover. That's a great question. When I have the bag set up, what I do is, okay, let's first, when they first get the order, I either have the order shipped to the organization, and I tell them not to open it until we do the inventory together. Okay, so that is important. Or it gets shipped to my house, and then I take the boxes without opening the boxes, so that me and the coordinator can do the inventory together. because if something comes out missing, you do not want to lose respect with the organization. So you want to have another person present bagging the orders for you, with you. And you can get helpers and things like that. The way that I sort out the boxes, I line them up, and then I put all the categories together, and then I do the inventory that way, and then we just start bagging. Oops. Another thing for the things that you put inside there, you can get this thank you. I usually put the thank you and the solicitation. And then I do a label that says, you can put it in here or in your book. Thank you for contributing to the fundraiser. It was a success. To continue to purchase from my website, go to the website. The organization will continue to receive 20% from the sales of the online orders. And then you set a time, like, if you want to do it for the next month or the next 3 months that you're taking orders from that organization, it's fine. Okay, let me see what else, you guys. What already answered each class. Okay, do you give additional items to the yeah, I forgot to answer that one. Yeah, you just put a book, put a brochure. You can put samples in there, and your business card. That's about it. And the thank you and the solicitation. Be simple. You can also add the other catalogs, the Avon Living, and other catalogs if they come free with the orders. But make sure that if you have 400 orders, that you order 400 catalogs to put inside the orders and the bags. Okay. With option 2, how much do they get? They get of that $100. They'll get 40%. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the size of order. So if for example, you have 20 participants, right? And each one giving you a $100 order. Let's say that no one sells anything, 0. Then that no one worked, which I don't see why, because I'm gonna make sure that person that's in charge in-house follows up and make sure that, hey, you guys, how much you have so far? Come bring me the orders as you get them and bring me the money. That's how I usually work with them. Have them collect, especially if they're kids. If they get an order, you gotta get that order and the money, and that way they can actively, you have so far this many customers, you sold this so far, so that the coordinator has to be active with them, and to share them up. But basically they get the same commissions. That's a $2,000 order at 40%. That's $1,200 in that's 40% of 2,000. Okay, so it's the same earnings. You keep 10, you give them 40. I would not give the organization less than 40%. So that's like period. They will not call you back, you guys. So 40%, keep 10%. So did I answer all your questions? I think I did. So for those of you who missed the beginning of the training, please go back and listen to the video. Thank you. Fundraiser, do you have to pay tax? Yeah, I think I covered all the questions. Thank you so much for being here with me live. And And let me know what you're having most trouble. Is it finding customers? Is it finding team members? You tell me what it is that you want me to go over, and then I will do it. Okay, so see okay, you guys, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, you have one fundraiser, Rosemary. So just make sure that if I left out anything, that you go back and answer and comment on there. Okay. You pay for the supplies. Yes, you do pay for the supplies, and I cover that here too. That if the fundraiser does not meet the goal of 20 active participants, that they have a choice of you must give them the option of them paying for the supplies if you're not having a successful. But look at the video. I already cover a lot of the things on here, and if you have any more questions, then ask your questions here, or you can schedule a Zoom meeting with me so that I can go over face-to-face, one-on-one. Okay. It depends, the cost of the books, the samples. So if you have you guys, if you have 400 customers, that means that you have at least a fundraiser of $5,000. So that's a $500 money that you're keeping. The books are not that expensive. The books are $20 a pack, and the more you buy, the more the cheaper it is. The samples, it's up to your discretion. You want to buy skincare or you want to buy fragrance. And the rest is just printing, printing the documents and the labels, and all of that. So, okay. You're welcome. And I hope I answer all your questions. See you on the next video. You ask me what you want me to cover, and I will be there for you guys, whether it is customers, finding recruits, all of the above, getting organized, whatever it is that you want to talk about and ask questions. I will be here. Just make sure that you're on time, because I'm gonna be asking you what is the best time for me to be start the video. And when I tell you that I'm gonna be live at this time, I post it on the group, so make sure that you are live. I'm doing these videos inside the group, inside our group, so that you guys have more privacy as far as asking questions, and me giving you more of my special attention. Avon Wings, woohoo! Let me see. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you. You did answer all the questions. Okay, I understand. It's the first time doing this, so I hope that you guys are there at every meeting. And I'm gonna be asking for the consistency of the videos that you want me to have, and the time that you want me to have them, and the topic that you want me to talk about. So whether one person says, okay, I want to talk about customers, I want to talk about how to do a certain activity, then I will do a video on that. Everyone will benefit anyways, okay? So have a great afternoon, and enjoy the rest of your week with productive activities, and reach out, because we're here to support you and work on your dreams and goals. Remember, I was there where you guys were, so we are no different than you. All you need is a little bit security and assurance that it will happen for you. Some of you might take a long time. Some of you might do it faster. It's okay. You just have to be consistent. It's not about running a marathon, getting to your goal. It's about staying consistent, you guys. So thank you for being here. I feel privileged to have this team, and I'm looking forward to many years of partnering with you and working with you on your Avon dreams and goals. Bye.